Each year, I look forward to autumn. While many dread it because it's overshadowed by the coming winter, autumn occupies a special place in my life. I am grateful to call the United States of America my home since I was 6 years of age. My family and I arrived from Laos at the beginning of September 1976 in Spokane, Washington, and lived in a small, tiny farm town an hour south of it called Colfax in Whitman County. We were housed in a high-rise that served as a nursing home. We occupied a room on the 4th floor. From there, my 6-year-old eyes painted the landscape below with many vibrant colors I never even knew existed. You see, where we came from, everything is green all year long. Just ask Forrest Gump. On a few occasions, we would take mini adventures outside and wander into a plum orchard nearby, not knowing there's such a thing as private property. While it's true we came from the jungles of Laos, savages we were not. And so, as we sat underneath those trees, I inhaled the sweetest of air only plum trees can provide at harvest time. Their fruits were equally sweet and satisfying. It wasn't long after our arrival that the air turned chilly, and for the first time in my life I witnessed frost. The cold wind would blow stronger and soon strip all the trees of their red and gold wardrobe, leaving them to dance naked in the whirling wind. So each year, when the sumac canopy turned crimson, I am 6-year-old again, inhaling the sweet plum orchard air embedded deep in my memory. When the cottonwood and the elm don their golden best, I feel the caresses of the chilly wind that will soon undress them. And now, half a century later, I have added something else to look forward to come autumn: spending time outdoors with another Asian. The difference between us is that he dons a majestic wardrobe befitting of royalty. His ability to not only survive the harshness of winters here, but to also thrive gives me great hopes that me and my offsprings can also thrive and prosper in this wonderful land. So without further ado, let me take you along on the first day of field with the Chinese ringneck pheasant in South Dakota's Resident Pheasant Opener. I suggest you go skinny dipping, bud. Oh, shoot. Got sprayed. Hello friends! Pheasant season is finally here. In all my years of bird hunting, I've been fortunate to not get skunked, whether myself or my dogs. But it's bound to happen. My luck finally ran out, and 10 minutes into the South Dakota Resident Pheasant Opener, Jet gets sprayed in the face by a skunk. The irony is, Jet went on to put on the best show I've ever seen him do. He sniffed, tracked, pointed out well over a dozen birds. All hens though, until the final hour of the hunt, when all hell broke loose in the most epic rooster flush I've ever witnessed. Do me a favor, if you like the content of my videos, please smash that like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Yeah. Hen.
hen.
The sad thing about this hunt is that after the first field, I somehow bumped the GoPro camera where it points higher than usual, so I got a lot of sky shots. This was truly unfortunate because Jet put on a show tracking and pointing, and I didn't get very many footage of it. You know what's going to be on my Christmas list? The Insta360 X3 camera. No more of this GoPro stuff. The mounting doesn't work as well, and it overheats quite a bit. So I think this is the last GoPro camera for me.
There he is. Dang. Okay.
Here, Jet finally pins down a bird, and it's sitting really tight. I was wondering why it would not fly, but it turns out it's a young bird with a broken wing. Needless to say, I didn't keep it.
An injured bird somehow. Okay. Give. Good boy, good boy. No. Okay, alright. We got it. Oh, broke his wing. Come on.
At this point, I've been chasing these birds in the corner of a huge waterfowl production area. So far, I've covered an area about the size of 3 football fields. You can tell I'm pretty much out of gas, but the points just keep coming and Jet just keeps tracking. So I have to do my part and keep up with him.
All right. Golly! Finally.
This bird was hit pretty hard, yet somehow he survived and ran off. I called Jet back and we combed the area back and forth, but to no avail. Jet finally picked up scent and tracked it some 80 yards away into a ravine. Turns out it was a hen whose scent he caught. Now we really have no hope of ever finding that cripple. We circled back one more time and finally just moved on.
So all that time we were chasing that one wasn't the cripple. So we were not chasing the correct bird. wasn't the bird, buddy.
Jet has been putting on a show all day, only to produce hymns. In this upcoming scene, just when I'm tired and slowing down, I get the most epic flush of roosters I've ever had. Hunting upland, I usually carry my gun loaded with 4 shots. In the heat of the moment, after missing the first 2 shots, I was laser focused on the next 2 birds, knowing I only have 2 shots left. I saw 2 birds dropped with each of the final 2 shots. However, in reviewing this scene, I noticed I dropped 2 birds with that 3rd shot. I guess I've just scored a triple, because technically, I scored a double and a triple. Not knowing I've already dropped 3 birds, I reloaded and dropped a straggler.
Okay, you gotta find a, you got him? Okay, you got him. Alright, we got 2 more. You gotta find it. That's where they all went. Okay. Okay. Alright, good boy. Alright. I got 1 more. That bird. That bird. Good boy. Good boy. Get it. Get it.
This rooster flush was epic, in that only those on the left half were captured on camera. The same amount of birds, if not more.
Come on.
Popcorn flushed on the right half along the edge of the farmland. With 3 birds already down, I kept my eyes on where they fell to mark the area. So I did not turn to look at, nor need to capture them on film. That's why Jet was pointing a lot of their old scent when we were trying to recover the birds.
Come. We gotta find that one. It's down here. We got our birds. Let's go. We'll find our bird. That bird. That bird. That bird. Come. That bird. That bird. Come on.
Sadly, Jet and I were unable to recover any more birds.
Come on.
My guess is the 2 birds that I hit with the 3rd shot ran off as cripples.
Come on, buddy. Let's find that bird and we go home. It's been a long day.
With that much bird scent around, it was difficult for Jet to track the cripples. We combed the area 5 or 6 times thoroughly, and Jet was not able to locate the birds. With just 2 birds in the vest, we finally decided to head back to the truck. On the way back, I hunted a small patch of CRP, and a mature rooster flushed nearby. Not sure why I missed.
What the hell?
Save him for another day or for someone else. When I got back home, I inspected my gun and I noticed the reason why I was missing so many birds. The choke had become extremely loose, which would have thrown off the patterns of the shots. That could explain why I've been missing birds at distances I've been comfortable taking the last couple hunts. As another autumn arrives, so does my days to spend outdoors. It is there that I can immerse myself into the colors that God uses to paint this canvas we are subject of. And so I leave you with this. Brown is the color of the autumn leaves when the winter comes to the barren trees. There is birth and there is death, there is a plan, and there's just one God and there's just one man that can give us life, that can make us grow, that can make our sins as white as snow, that can give us life, that can make us grow, that can make the love between us flow. God bless and be safe.